just told my fans about how my victory was ripped from my fingers.
What happened?
I have fans now. Just kidding.
A brief cameo by Megan Berger there, who went undefeated in the Swiss, but lost in the quarterfinals to Yen.
Are you telling people about this?
Here's what you have to factor in. When people hear this stuff, so they need to know the whole story.
I sideboarded.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I lost.
Oh, no.
Our first sideboard of the evening.
Megan was employing a no sideboard strategy for most of the events. It got you 4-0.
Yeah.
Draw into the top 8.
And then foolishly I sideboarded.
And it came back
after
to bottom.
hearing all of the benefits of sideboard.
Well, maybe next time. But like I said, a lot of people in the chat were very interested in your deck, so if you or Brian can scavenge together a deck list, I will certainly share that with the world.
You can become.
Do you have the deck?
The deck?
I don't know if I have time to list it all out.
Oh.
I could do it another time, but
you could be that way then. All right.
I can't also write down the deck list currently.
You can talk and write.
Oh.
Talk and write. I'll make a deck list for you.
You don't have to. It's no big deal.
I'll do it.
No
I'll type
big
it up.
deal.
Why is this such a chore?
On Facebook.
Send it to me on Facebook. Everyone should contact me on
You want the
Facebook.
sideboard too?
Absolutely, and then I'll make a note that I will make a note that the deck designer does not recommend using the sideboard.
No, Ron's the deck designer.
Oh,
I'm just the deck user.
The pilot.
The pilot, yeah. I'm just piloting the death machine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pithing needle.
Oh,
Why?
that one.
That
That's the one that bit you.
That was what I sideboarded again.
Well.
First game, he pulled in a bunch of planeswalkers. Second game, one planeswalker.
Oh.
Tale of 2 games. Well, better luck to you next time. Good run tonight, though.
Fantastic.
It's good to see you. Good to see you top 8 with it.
Good night. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Y'all have a good one. That was top 8 competitor Megan Berger, whose Golgari mid-range deck was getting a lot of interest in the chat. Fortunately, she fell to Yen 2-1 in their quarterfinal matchup. Yen, of course, like I said last week, as we see Scissors take down Paper Tiger. Very excited. And the return of the Pouring, which is a Pokemon, I believe. There's a lot of discussion about it last week. I don't know what it is. He always has it.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's a very odd behavior. He's very ritualistic in the way that he does things.
Yes. But anyway, Yen, runner-up last week with his Jun Control deck. Makes the top 4 again this week. He's squaring off against none other than Scotty Wright, who we just saw take down a Bant deck in the quarterfinals, who is playing a red, white, and blue mid-range deck. Looks like we've got a busted sleeve. So Scotty, ever the fair competitor, making sure his cards are not marked. The other semifinal, for those of you curious, features Joe Lewis playing green-white mid-range versus Brett Rose playing Esper Tokens. So we have a green-white mid-range, Jun Control, blue-white-red mid-range, and Esper Tokens deck. Not a single aggro deck to be found in the top 4. That's the way Wizards like it. And that's what makes me cry at night.
Oh.
I like red cards.
Aggro won last time, didn't they?
It did. Joseph did make the top 4. He lost to Joe's green-white deck. The Rakdos aggro deck can't beat the deck that has main deck Centaur Healers and Thragtusk.
Very fast pile shuffle. Appreciate that.
Well, he's doing work here because he's trying to get done. It is 12:15 Eastern. These kids, it's a good thing this isn't the school night. These kids would be up past curfew. So let's talk about this while they're shuffling. Last night, here in the US of A, at least in our county, because of the Hurricane Sandy snowstorm, for those of you curious, our local area received, at least in my house, we got 4 inches of snow on Tuesday in about as many hours. Canceled school. More importantly, they canceled trick-or-treat for Halloween. They didn't cancel it, they moved it till last night. So last night at the Evans household, we were giving out As you might know, we always give out full-size candy bars. Starburst, always an inclusion. Last night also, Snickers, and get this, my wife went to Sam's, came back with Reese's king-size Snickers, king-size Reese's cups.
What's a king-size Reese's
It has
cup?
4.
Oh!
So for those children who made their way to our home last night in beautiful Hurricane, West Virginia, it's the first year ever that a chocolate candy has been, we always give them a choice, and it's the first year ever that chocolate candy has been chosen more than Starburst.
At my home, we gave a holiday plastic-themed Halloween cup, and it was an 8-ounce Coke, and a Reese's cup.
Oh, I like it.
And also, my neighbor left, and for some reason she gave my girlfriend her candy to give away, which was awesome because I ate most of it.
You're the worst.
It was sort of the scam of the century.
Sure, I'll hand this out to all the children, if by the children you mean my own insides.
We only had 2 groups of trick-or-treaters. We had 2 little kids, and then about an hour later we had what was a teenage kid and an adult woman.
Just an adult?
An adult woman dressed as a cat with a bag and took candy from my house, and I didn't know how to tell her, like,
we get a lot of...
You're an adult woman.
We get a lot of high schoolers that don't bother even to dress up.
Oh,
which is annoying to me. I'll take this, I don't give you candy if you don't dress up. You can head on down the road.
If I had gotten to the door faster and realized that was an adult woman, there's no way I'm giving her candy. It was already in the bag by the time I got there.
We had about 80 to 90 kids last night. Not nearly as many as we usually have. We usually get over 100. But it was super cold and 2 days after a normal trick-or-treat.
Sounds exhausting, serving
it's a long day.
90 trick-or-treaters.
2 hours. But we dress the dogs up, we drink some hot coffee, go sit down by the road. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's a good sense of community. And last week I told everybody we gave out full-size candy bars, and somebody in the chat said, you're just spewing money away. How awful is that? That giving candy to kids in your neighborhood, giving them diabetes. How is that? How can that be bad? Anyway, let's talk about this Magic game. Yen, through a series of attacks from, or at least an attack from Geist of St. Trapt, and his own activations of Underworld Connections, which is a very key element of his Jund control list. He is playing 3 copies of that. If you are interested in Yen's deck list, I will put that up in the video description on YouTube, and you can also go to our website on our Facebook page. There's a link to that because he has played before. Looks like a burn spell at the end of the game, right? Well, that's very quick.
We were talking about trick-or-treat the entire time.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. No one watches this. So we're getting a question about Megan Berger's deck list from earlier, the Golgari Midrange deck. We do not have the deck list, but she told me she was be sending that to me later. So if you make sure to visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic, I will have that deck list available for you probably tomorrow, or at least after the weekend, as she's available to send that to me. Starting this week, like I said earlier, I think after I will have a post on our Facebook page recapping all of the pertinent information in terms of things we've mentioned, links to things we've mentioned, and the appropriate deck lists and stuff like that. Someone also asking if we should go on the road and stream FNMs at various locations. You pay my expenses, I'll go anywhere. I'll tell you this, I don't come cheap. Unlimited White Castle, that's where we start. What's that called? Tender? What's the thing called when a musical act comes to a venue and there's like a rider?
Yeah.
Rider. My rider starts number 1, Unlimited White Castle.
That's going to be hard to go south then.
Yeah, it's Crystal Burger territory down there, isn't it? You know what's something we don't have here that I wish we did? In-N-Out Burger. I've only been to California once. A friend of mine got married several years ago in Long Beach.
That's the animal style restaurant? Where you can order, that's how you order them, right? Like there's animal style.
Well, I don't know. I'm very scared now. I just know that the people are nice and the food tastes like real food.
I know they have like a secret menu. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
Wait, no! Is that what that is?
You have to be like a 9th level Mason to order an In-N-Out burger? What the heck has happened?
You're being offered a cookout in the chat. He said White Castle. I don't understand what you don't understand about that.
Okay, so we have a viewer in California. They have animal fries on the secret menu. But he is not necessarily recommending. So he's not necessarily. He's saying it's moderate. But someone is mentioning another restaurant chain in the South called Cookout. Now, I am a huge fan of Cookout. Are you guys familiar? First of all, my brother goes to school in Johnson City, Tennessee, and that's where I first discovered Cookout. Although they do have one in Blacksburg now, which we hit on the way back. But here's what you need to know about Cookout. First of all, the building is like this blue cube, and it has like a giant like plaster hot dog on the outside. It's very fun. And they just serve like all the food is like a la carte. You can get a meal where like you get like a corn dog with the side of like you can get like a hot dog with the side of mini corn dogs. If you can deep fry it and serve it, they will serve it to you at Cookout. More importantly, they have like 30 different milkshakes. So we always go there. We always go to a real restaurant to eat and then go there and get milkshake. But their food is very good. It's basically like if a carnival had a chain restaurant.
It's not a bad idea.
I always tell people about Ian Nolte, who, for those who are just joining us, my name is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight by Joseph Messer and Ian Nolte. But Ian, I tell people all the time about your novel, and I think monumental restaurant idea, which is where you just have one thing.
One thing.
And it's one set price, tax included. It's a $5, you get this. And I told people that would work mostly, I think, in a downtown environment for like a major metropolitan area, where like it's just a lunch crowd. You just come in for lunch or you come in for breakfast. Monday, that's ham and Swiss day. Tuesday, it's just I don't know, it's a burger. No cheese, just a freaking burger.
You just walk in, there's a big row of sacks. You get them $5.
$5, you get the sack, you grab the drink out of the thing and go. You can't sit down in there. What do you look like? You made of money? You can't pay for tables? Rent's expensive.
Take it back, eat at your desk.
I like it. What would you call this place? Get the hell out. Restaurant chain. Get the hell out.
It's just lunch, dummy.
It's just lunch, dummy.
This doesn't be complicated.
Chicken wraps as a side is interesting. A lot of White Castle love, and then a little bit of hate. But
the chat is very mixed in terms of the White Castle. Here's what I always say about White Castle. Feel free to incorporate this into your stand-up act. I always say that White Castle always sounds like the greatest thing that I could do up until the point where I actually complete my order. As I start driving around and fishing out my money, I realize, what have I done?
Why did I order?
I have to pay someone for the mistake I just made.
They are just little onion sandwiches.
Yeah. The meat is like a secondary notion to the onions. And I believe the process by which they prepare the onions is technically called sweating them, which is not...
That does not sound good.
No one's excited about that.
You don't really want to eat something that's been sweated.
So we are back to Game 2 here. I have forgotten to update the score. Scotty Wright, his blue-white-red control deck, is up a game on Yen's Gen control deck. This semifinal matchup, top 4 of tonight's Friday Night Magic standard event from South Charleston, West Virginia. Lost Legion Games and Comics. Someone is saying you can order a 20 by 20 burger. Is that a cookout, I wonder?
No, I believe he's still talking about In-N-Out on the secret.
I'm very curious as to what this 20 by 20 burger is.
Oh, it makes me hurt just thinking about it, really.
Well, we haven't even begun to talk about local West Virginia institution Hillbilly Hot Dogs, which was featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and is one of my favorite places in the world to eat. Have you eaten there, Ian?
I eat there quite often.
At the one downtown?
Yeah, they have one downtown where I live. Lucky man.
Downtown. Oh, we ate there that time I came down for... We visited.
Is that Underworld Dreams?
Yeah. He plays 3 Underworld Dreams in his main deck. Plays 3 Thragtusk and 3 Vampire Nighthawks. That's his kind of thing, where he gains life and then draws a ton of cards. Yen's deck is very fun. And Yen's deck can deal with the guys because he's playing 4 Mutilates. Mutilated card I really thought we'd see more of, but Underworld Connections, I'm sorry, not Underworld Dreams.
Underworld Connections.
Yeah, this combination of Nighthawk and Underworld Connections is pretty strong. If Scotty can't burn out the Nighthawk, then...
I thought for a minute Yen was going to play his lands in front of his creatures, but he opts for a third way I'd never imagined. Lands alongside creatures.
Yeah, we get a lot of grief. If you watched our States coverage, there were a lot of old school players playing the Lands Above Permanent style. That drives people crazy like nothing else in Magic, and I think it's hilarious. Yeah, Yin goes for plan B, which is to just put them all in a pile, one big stack. So we see him piling here for 6. He has a lot of Searing Spears. He has a Snapcaster Mage in his hand. Seems like Searing Spears will be making a return later. So Yin up against it a little bit here. Scotty is tapped low, so he can resolve whatever he wants to resolve, which happens to be a Mutilate. Seems fine. I think trading one Mutilate for one Geist is probably a 1-for-1 that he's more than happy to. Oh, it's the 20 by 20 burgers, 20 patties and 20 slices of cheese between 2 buns. The gentleman or the individual referencing that says that his friend tried to eat one and puked multiple times while eating it, which I think is funny because that means he puked once, then went back. I got it.
He's like,
I got it.
I'm not a quitter.
So, back to the game as we discuss regurgitation and large hamburgers. Scotty is all Searing Spears, all Syncopates, all the time. Yen keeps piling away on the Underworld Connections. Is that a bonfire? When you do the pump fake like that, it's almost always a bonfire, isn't it? He is playing, I don't know how many he's playing, 2 or 3 of those too. Liliana will likely go into start ticking up, right? Or is he going to counter it? He can't snap back a Syncopate because Yen can pay for it. Not sure what he has in his hand. He has an Angel. Seems to me like you just let it resolve, right? You end a turn, flash out the Angel, and then you can just swing in, flash back a burn spell to kill it. I mean, it's... Couldn't you just... end a turn here, I just play a Snapcaster, flash back the Searing Spear, target Liliana, finish the job off with an attack. Yen wanted to... main phasing his Underworld Connections there, looking for a land. Someone is mentioning that the 20 by 20 burger needs bacon. That's only in America. Only in America can you... So we see Scotty might be doing the exact... Yeah. Scotty and I are on the same wavelength here tonight. It's exactly what he's doing. Now, if Ian has like an ultimate price or something to get rid of Liliana, okay, he doesn't. If he had a removal spell, that might be good, but Scotty does have the Syncopate. These Snapcaster Mages are doing a lot of work for Scotty. That's another card. It's not like it stopped being a bad Magic card, but just people just... Cards lose favor sometimes, and that's all you see. It's a very interesting situation here where Yen's the control deck on like turn 1,000,000 and he has a full grip. Dreadbore on Tamio. Olivia Valerian. Scotty being tapped out. I see an Azori. Is that Azorius Charm? You're going to have to use that now. I would think you would use it now, otherwise Olivia's is going to machine gun all of your dudes. Oh, it's a Detention Sphere. That's infinitely better.
Yeah.
They have similar art. Yin's down to 8, and as we've seen in the Scotty's deck before, he does have that reach as far as burn is concerned. It's a gold card you just drew, isn't it? Oh, how good is that? Rakdos return. Scotty should syncopate it here, because he's going to lose his hand no matter what. I guess he's thinking about, does he syncopate or flash in his flash? Yeah. You go ahead and flash out. Lose his Angel, and what's that white card? Do you know what that white card is?
I can't
I'm sorry.
judge it. No.
Restoration?
No, the card below it that he pitched.
I can't tell.
Rakdos return, a heck of a card. It fireballs too. That's the thing that people forget, is that it does some work. So Yen has I believe he has a bonfire in his hand, correct? So a bonfire for 1 here. Bonfire for 1 is good. Scotty has no burn spells in his graveyard, correct?
No, he already flashed out the Searing Sphere, so.
So, can Yen kill this? Or did Scotty just draw a burn spell? It's a detention sphere. So, Yen dead on board. I find it hard to believe that he doesn't have some kind of answer in his deck, in his hand right now. Dreadbore. Dreadbore works. I would advise Yen not to activate his Underworld connections. That's a pro tip. Surely he's got a Thragtusk or something in there, doesn't he? Oh, is it a Veraska? Did you play the Veraska, Vindicate the Detention Sphere? Get your Olivia back. Now Scotty has a Detention Sphere of his own, but the question is which card do you get rid of? Of course, Yen's going to gain some life here, because Scotty's got plenty of burn spells. A Pillar of Flame wins this game now. What did he draw? He's flipping it too fast. Is it a land? So, it's going to take out Olivia. I do not know what his other card is. So I guess the choice is Vraska is it a -3 to Vindicate? So he can't Vindicate twice in a row. He has to No Mercy once and then follow up with a Vindicate. Not sure that's what he wants to do. I know there are plenty of Thragtusks in the Jun deck. He's just looking for one.
And right now, one would be a major swing.
So there's a Negate and a Steam Fence. I'm getting information from the chat that says that the pillars got boarded out. So it's just Snapcasters and Searing Spears.
Olivia just won't stay down.
Oh, there was an Abrupt Decay?
Yep.
Was that an end of turn Abrupt Decay?
Yeah, I believe so.
Scotty's also in this instance now where he can't really play a creature because the creature not only will it get eaten. Oh, what is this? Oh, a very timely Rakdos return. What's on the top of Scotty's deck? It's not a Searing Spear. If it is, he's the biggest jerk in the world. Looks like a Geist. If Yen can play a creature and ping it twice, he can win this game. Lots of cards will win this. So, Vraska is irrelevant here. You can't Vindicate the Hexproof Geist. Yen is dead to the Angel token. No, if he comes up with a ground blocker, he can stop the token with the Olivia. If he can play a creature and ping it twice, he can grow his Olivia big enough to be lethal. Bonfire is good here too. But the fact that he's thinking about it indicates to me that he probably doesn't have any of those. He has 3 cards in his hand, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. Yep.
Oh, that is a good point. He can ping the angel token and take control of it. I wonder if Yen sees that. I'm not sure I would have seen that until I was just told that myself. Because he does have enough mana. You need 7 to do it all, right? Right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he has mana to do exactly that. Oh, he's just killing himself. So he didn't see it. It'd be interesting to see if we talk to him, if he will. Yeah, because it comes into play. You ping it. You take control of it. You block the Geist. Then you just win the next turn.
Yep.
I don't think you can block Geist with it because it's tapped, right?
No, you block with the Olivia.
Oh, block with the Olivia.
So, interesting line of play there. Scotty maneuvered that game very well. Yen just couldn't. Just one Thragtusk away, I think, from taking that one. So congratulations to Scotty. He moves into the finals to play the winner of Green-White Midrange in the hands of Joe Lewis, or the Esper Tokens deck of Brett Rose. So, right before we step out there, I do want to talk. We're going to find your finals here just briefly, but I do want to go over a couple quick things. For those of you who are just joining us, every week we give away free Magic cards, so pay attention. I know it's an ad, but I'm trying to give you good free stuff. If you want to win your own playset of Rock, Paper, Scissors cards, just like we used to start all of our feature matches, just go to @ZachSellsMagic, follow and retweet us for a chance to win.
You should have had 6 or 7 mana.
It's 7.
Shit.
You could have pinged and stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were wondering. Okay, so he
Was
he had
one
his-
of his lands Enchanted by Underworld Dream?
yeah, he had 7. I was counting, but
Does
so
that,
he
does that hit him for 1 every time it becomes tapped?
no, he can activate it to tap. You can tap it for mana with no effect.
Okay.
But anyway, if you want to win your own play set of these cards, go to @ZachSellsMagic. During the second round of tonight's event, I tweeted about the giveaway. Just follow me and retweet that, and you'll be entered for a chance to win. Next week's drawing, you can be just like Jay Boosh from the A-Team. He won tonight. You can win next time. Also, we are giving away a foil promo Restoration Angel. We got 2 more of those to give away over the next 2 weeks. If you want to win one of those, it's very simple. Just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. There's a post on there from round 3 about that giveaway. Like our page and either like or comment on that, and you'll be entered in the drawing for next week. Chance to win. Also, just go to our Facebook page. We'll have links to all the things we've talked about today and a recap. So if you want to get in touch with any of us, or you want to talk about the things, or you want to see a picture of me in 4th grade with the laser, with hammer pants and a laser background. Yeah, there's hammer pants in that picture. That's right.
Oh, there are.
Yeah. So
You're correct. I can picture some clear as day now that you say
You need to go back in YouTube, watch the archives. We talked about very self-deprecating things of myself. But please, visit us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. @ZachSellsMagic is the username on all of those. And then also, not that we require it, but since last week people were interested in donating to the cause, we have set up at the bottom of our Twitch feed, there is a widget for chip in, and if you would like to make a donation to the stream to help us recoup costs of the equipment, you are more than welcome to do so. Information on that is at the bottom of the Twitch page, twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic. More importantly, stick around. I'm going to step out real briefly, figure out if they're playing the finals or they are chopping. Either way, we'll be back in a few minutes to sum things up. All right, everyone. We are back. So the finals are Scotty Wright with his blue-white-red control deck, or mid-range deck, I guess, which we just saw, beat the Jun deck in one semifinal. In the other semifinal, green-white mid-range took out Esper Token, so Joe Lewis is through the final. They have decided to chop, as it is almost 1 o'clock. So there will not be a final tonight. This thus ends our broadcast for the evening. So we did get up to our usual numbers here at the end, so we appreciate those of you who watched. Like I said, if you enjoyed this at all and feel like giving back, the best thing you can do for us is just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSalesMagic. Check out the content there. There's content up daily, highlight videos, links, things like that. Any feedback we can get is very appreciated. So go on there, participate in our giveaways on Twitter and on our Facebook page. Go to YouTube, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Helping us spread the word is literally the best thing that can possibly happen. Ian, I was just explaining to everyone, we do have a chop. So we will not have resolution of this one. It's a green-white mid-range and blue-white-red control. Share the day. So that is all the magic we have for you. Apologize for the one technical snafu we had during round 3 where we did lose the feed briefly, but anything you guys want to share? Last second plugs. If you want to see, there'll be a link to Joseph's podcast, and whether Ian likes it or not, a link to him doing stand-up on YouTube on our Facebook page. So check that out. So other than that, I believe we've covered everything. So from myself, Zachary Evans, from Ian Nolte, from Joseph Messer, and from everyone else who has participated in tonight's feature matches, and from Lost Legion Games staff and whoever, from the Queen of England and my mom and everyone else too. Thanks for watching. Make sure you come back next week, 6:30 Eastern, twitch.tv/ZachSalesMagic. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.